If you're feeling constantly tired, struggling in the gym, or noticing changes in your, let's call it performance, the problem might be hiding in plain sight. It's a mineral that 40% of men are deficient in, yet most guys have never heard its real story. I'm talking about zinc, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this single nutrient could be the game changer you've been looking for. But here's what the supplement companies don't want you to know. What's up, guys? Today we're diving deep into zinc. Not just another supplement marketing pitch, but the real science behind why this mineral is absolutely critical for men's health. I've spent weeks researching peer-reviewed studies, consulting with nutritionists, and I'm going to share everything you need to know. Here's a shocking fact. The National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey found that nearly 12% of the U.S. population is zinc deficient, with men being disproportionately affected. But the symptoms are so subtle that most guys suffer for years without realizing what's wrong. Today, we'll cover the 3 critical ways zinc impacts your masculine health. Real studies showing zinc's effects on testosterone and fertility. How much you actually need and the best sources. The one type of zinc supplement that's a complete waste of money. Plus, I'll share my personal zinc protocol that's backed by research. Let's start with the big one, testosterone. If you've been struggling with low energy, decreased muscle mass, or reduced drive, zinc deficiency could be sabotaging your hormones. A landmark study published in the journal Nutrition followed 40 men for 20 weeks. Half received zinc supplementation, half got a placebo. The results? The zinc group saw their testosterone levels increase by an average of 84%. But here's the kicker. This was in men who were already within normal ranges. Another study in the Journal of Exercise Physiology took young athletes and deliberately induced zinc deficiency through diet. Their testosterone plummeted by 75% in just 20 weeks. When they restored zinc intake, their levels bounced back. But why does this happen? Zinc is directly involved in testosterone synthesis. It's a cofactor for enzymes that convert cholesterol into testosterone in your Leydig cells. Without adequate zinc, this process literally can't function optimally. Now, before you run to buy zinc supplements, understand this. If your zinc levels are already optimal, more won't necessarily boost testosterone further. Zinc corrects deficiency. It's not a steroid. But for the 40% of men who are deficient, the results can be dramatic. Moving beyond hormones, zinc is absolutely critical for immune function. And guys, this isn't just about avoiding the common cold, though that's part of it. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published research showing that zinc deficiency impairs both innate and adaptive immunity. Your white blood cells literally can't function properly without adequate zinc. Here's what's happening at the cellular level. Zinc is required for the development and function of neutrophils, your body's first-line defenders. It's also essential for T-cell production and antibody formation. When you're zinc deficient, you're basically fighting infections with one hand tied behind your back. A meta-analysis of 13 studies found that zinc supplementation reduced the duration of common cold symptoms by an average of 2.25 days. But more importantly for men's health, adequate zinc levels help maintain consistent energy and recovery, crucial for training and performance. Now let's talk about fertility and reproductive health. This is where zinc becomes absolutely critical for men. Studies show that men with infertility issues have significantly lower zinc levels in their seminal plasma compared to fertile men. In fact, zinc concentration in semen is 100 times higher than in blood plasma, which tells you how important this mineral is for reproductive function. A randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Human Reproductive Sciences took 100 men with fertility issues and gave half of them zinc supplementation for 3 months. The results were remarkable. Sperm count increased by 74%, sperm motility improved by 50%, and normal sperm morphology increased by 61%. That's not just statistically significant, that's life-changing for couples trying to conceive. But here's what's really interesting. Zinc doesn't just affect sperm quantity, it affects quality. Zinc acts as an antioxidant in reproductive tissues, protecting sperm from oxidative damage. It's also involved in testosterone synthesis, which directly impacts libido and sexual function. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm zinc deficient? The challenge is that standard blood tests for zinc aren't very reliable because your body will rob zinc from tissues to maintain blood levels. However, there are some telltale signs. Slow wound healing is a classic indicator. If cuts and scratches take forever to heal, you might be deficient. Other symptoms include frequent infections, white spots on fingernails, hair loss, and reduced sense of taste or smell. Let's talk about dosage and forms. The recommended daily allowance for adult men is 11 milligrams, but many researchers argue this is too low, especially for active men who lose zinc through sweat. Studies showing testosterone benefits typically used 15 to 30 milligrams per day. But here's the crucial part. Not all zinc supplements are created equal. Zinc oxide, which you'll find in many cheap multivitamins, has terrible absorption rates of only about 10%. It's basically throwing money away. The forms you want to look for are zinc picolinate, zinc glycinate, or zinc citrate, which have absorption rates of 20 to 40%. Timing matters too. Take zinc on an empty stomach for best absorption, but if it causes nausea, take it with a small amount of food. Just avoid taking it with calcium, iron, or high-fiber foods, as these can interfere with absorption. Food sources are incredibly important. Oysters are by far the richest source. Just 6 medium oysters provide over 70 milligrams of zinc. Red meat, particularly beef, is another excellent source. A 3.5-ounce serving of lean beef provides about 5 milligrams. Other good sources include pumpkin seeds, cashews, chickpeas, and dark chocolate. Here's my personal protocol based on the research. I take 15 milligrams of zinc picolinate on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, 4 days per week. Why not daily? Because zinc can interfere with copper absorption if taken consistently at high doses, and I eat plenty of zinc-rich foods. This cycling approach gives me the benefits while avoiding potential imbalances. But there's one major warning I need to give you. More is not better with zinc. Taking more than 40 milligrams daily long-term can actually suppress immune function and interfere with copper and iron absorption. High doses can also cause nausea, vomiting, and stomach irritation. Some guys think if 15 milligrams is good, 50 must be better. That's dangerous thinking. Also, if you're taking other supplements, timing matters. Don't take zinc with calcium or magnesium supplements as they compete for absorption. Space them out by at least 2 hours. Let me address a common question. Should you get tested before supplementing? Ideally, yes. A plasma zinc test or a zinc taste test from a healthcare provider can help determine your status. But given how common deficiency is and how safe moderate doses are, many nutrition experts suggest a trial supplementation approach. Start with 15 milligrams for 8 to 12 weeks and see how you feel. Here's what you should expect if you start supplementing and you're deficient. Within 2 to 4 weeks, you might notice improved energy levels and better recovery from workouts. Sexual health improvements typically take 6 to 12 weeks. Immune benefits become apparent during cold and flu season. Now let me share a game-changing insight that most guys miss. Zinc works synergistically with other nutrients. Vitamin D and zinc work together for testosterone production. Magnesium helps with zinc absorption. If you're going to supplement zinc, consider a well-rounded approach to nutrition rather than just popping a single mineral. The bottom line is this. Zinc is one of the most important minerals for men's health, affecting everything from testosterone to immune function to fertility. The research is clear, the benefits are real, and the risks of moderate supplementation are minimal. But like everything in health and fitness, consistency matters more than perfection. If you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe for more evidence-based health content. And if you're ready to start optimizing your zinc intake, I've linked my recommended zinc supplements in the description below. These are the exact forms and brands I use and trust, with full transparency about affiliate relationships. What's your experience with zinc? Have you noticed any changes in energy or performance? Drop a comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.